Brodes Media.
How is this possible? The team doesn't even play anymore because they got their ass kicked and they're not even in the playoffs, yet they still find ways to literally piss me off. Dave Dombrowski and Rob Thomson just arguably had one of the most pathetic press conferences in the history of sports. And this is in the same week that my head coach of my football team had to respond and apologize for yelling at fans behind the bench. What a world! How come everything is going so south for this damn city right now? Paul George gets injured in a preseason game. He hyperextends his knee. Why can't we have some solid success? That's all I'm asking for right now. I want a team that can comprehend that they aren't good enough. I want a team that knows that changes need to be made. And I hate to break it to you, Phillies fans. This group, this front office, they don't seem to see it. No firings on the staff at all? How? How does someone not lose their job for this team failing in the postseason for multiple years in a row? I don't care if it's technically someone's fault or not. Kevin Long needs to be fired. Keeping Rob Thomson isn't the end of the world. The whole extension thing, signed through 2026. They don't want a manager being on his final year of the contract, whatever. Look, Rob Thomson has flaws. The way I describe Rob, he's Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber has flaws, but Kyle Schwarber is solid as hell. I think Rob Thomson is solid. He has flaws. I don't always love his messaging. But I don't think the biggest issue was Rob, and I don't think he definitely 1,000% needed to be fired. What 1,000% definitely needs to happen, though, is change. So if Rob stays, then others have to go. Whether it's roster, whether it's coaches, and quite frankly, it should be a combination of both. And do not be an idiot. Listen to me. Do not be an idiot. Do not feel like the reason Kevin Long stayed is because of Juan Soto. Do you see what the Yankees are doing right now? Do you see what the Mets are doing right now? Juan Soto is staying in New York. I'd be stunned if he leaves the Yankees. Why would he leave those teams that are going farther than the Phillies? They will open up their checkbooks just like John Middleton would. I am not going into this offseason with these high expectations to land Juan Soto, especially when Dave already said, we have how many All-Stars here? We have how many guys in position? It's not happening. I have no confidence moving forward because you're not changing anything. And there was a really damning quote from Topper that said, we have to get these guys to buy in to using all the field. And then, some names were brought up, Kevin Long, Trey Turner, and he said, yeah, Kevin Long's been pushing. Well, hold on. Let me get this straight. You're telling me that all of these people are telling guys on the roster that you have to do X, Y, and Z, and you can't chase the same way and you have to now convince them to buy into it? Ooh, this is Trey Turner's third season here. It's year 3. So start getting guys out of town. I mean, seriously, what are we doing here? We can't get what we need out of him? Get out! I get it. Trey Turner has a no-trade clause in his contract and all that stuff. But to me, it sounds as if they've been trying to do different things with all these guys, and it hasn't really worked out. And it probably hasn't worked out because of something I've been talking about for a while, which is Schwarber's how old? Nick is how old? Trey is how old? There's not much you are going to overwork or change because they've already been cemented into the sport of baseball with a certain approach since probably 10 years ago. This is who they are. And this is who they are isn't good enough. So you have to make trades. You have to get new faces here from top to bottom. And here they are being blindsided by whatever in the playoffs. Going, I couldn't see that coming. How could you not? How can you be blindsided when it's pretty clear and obvious that you don't have the answers right now anywhere? You don't have the answers at shortstop. You think you do. Hey, Dave, all the defensive metrics. Well, the defensive metrics aren't real. Yes, they are, Dave. He sucks at shortstop. You don't have answers in the outfield. You don't have answers on why the bullpen wasn't working in the playoffs. You know, Dave said, well, it was 1-0 in game one. In the regular season, we would have won that game. Okay. This isn't the regular season, Dave. Some guys are built for the moment. Other guys shrink. Some guys know how to get it done. Other guys get exposed. I don't give a damn what happened game 55. Did you get the Mets out? And don't even get me started when Dave started to look at the Mets and the chase rate to justify how good some of these hitters really are. Like, what? Well, the chase rate, I keep hearing that phrase, but if you compare them to the Mets, they actually did a better job. Hold on. You watched both of those teams play. And your takeaway was, damn, the Phillies are so much better at not chasing than the New York Mets. You do not look me in the face, piss on my leg, and tell me it's raining, damn it. That is a flat-out disgrace. That's not what we want to hear. Somewhere, Nick Sirianni is smiling, saying, hallelujah. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Rob, for taking heat off me. Because during the time of this press conference, Vic Fangio's going, I don't know why Nick is saying he's calling plays. He ain't calling plays. He just said, watch out for the screen. But I'll get more into that at a later time because I got too much on my plate right now with this mess. So what are they going to do? Go win 90 games again and then get exposed in the playoffs? And I don't even know if they're going to win that many games because I'm saying as many as they did last season in the regular season. Not that that matters. Winning the division is always the goal, but I prefer going farther and seeing this team compete and go the distance. But why did they struggle down the stretch? Well, maybe. And it wasn't down the stretch. It was for a significant amount of time in the middle parts of the season, all the way through the back end. But it was maybe because of how much they were getting overworked in the beginning of the year. So look for some guys to sit early in the season. Oh, great. Now we're going to get Garrett Stubbs games 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 with Cody Clemens playing 70% of the games. What are we doing? That's not why guys weren't performing. It's because I think, one, the approach is abysmal. They clearly tried to do way too much when they're at the plate. It was so painful to watch some of the NLCS, which I didn't think I would be able to do. But here I am. Oh, I'm going to watch it. And it's great when the Dodgers are kicking ass. But, man, is it aggravating to see Vientos or a Grand Slam. I mean, I want to vomit. Because we have the talent, in theory, to be able to at least look a little bit better and a little bit more structured like they do. But maybe I'm wrong. Because the moral of the story I was getting at is, listen, when I get to the broadcast and hear the Dodgers being discussed about how poised and patient they are and how they don't swing out of their shoes, and when the pitch isn't in the box, they're not chasing after it. And here's Senga on the bump for the New York Mets. I'm like, maybe they just aren't that good. Maybe they just aren't that good. Maybe these players aren't that good. And if that's the case, don't they have to recognize that instead of running it back?